Welcome to Backwater Casting. I'm your host, Rick Greene. My guest today is my friend and neighbor, Mike Milburn. We're off to fish for smallmouth bass, and the wind and the fishing both got the best of us today. And as you'll notice as you go through the show, we had to switch boats.
So,
don't lift it, don't lift it. Yeah,
okay.
Let some line out before you flip that in. You can swing them up now.
All right, so just out easy with the net.
Yeah, just slide it under them. All good. Just one of the little fellas.
Right on.
That just breaks the ice while we're getting ready.
Yep. He's caught there pretty good. And then just back in.
Yep.
There we go. Perfect. Yeah, very good. That's excellent. Absolutely excellent. We'll do her again. Perfect.
We're after his grandmother.
Rick, question for you. Soft stick baits, does the color matter?
Well, Mike, color is really a subjective thing. I like really basic stuff. I like black, green pumpkin, just like natural, unobtrusive colors that just blend in the bottom, because everything they eat down there is camouflaged, except in the spring. Because the spring, gaudy colors seem to drive them crazy. So I'll throw bubble gum, real bright chartreuse, Senko's tubes. But everybody has their own confidence colors. To me, black, green pumpkin are my summertime confidence colors. Other people would have different ones, but it works for me. There's another one. He just took that, just never even made a, oh, he's gone. Never even made a splash. He just pulled it under. But it's a fish.
But it's a fish. Yeah, he's in there.
There's pliers there, Mike, if you want them. Yeah, he felt little. Not complaining with the day we've been having. I will take a little fish over no fish. But he definitely felt little. Yeah. Well, he might even be the lunker. Oh, he is the lunker of the day. That's a shame.
So you're supposed to grab him at the bottom like that.
Well, I try and grab them by the lip and hold really tight.
Yeah.
But I try and make sure I have a really good grip on them, because it's no fun. Those trebles on that little bait are sharp, sharp, sharp.
Just as reeling into the boat. Yes, sir. There's that one. There we go. We almost had it. The hook in the boat. There's another one.
Oh, now you're on two behind.
Yep. I get this one to stay.
I'll keep the boat here for a minute while you do this and catch up.
Woo. That's a little bit bigger. Yes, sir. All right. I like it. That's not too bad. Nice.
Look at how fat he is, though. You just see the bulge in his belly there.
Yeah.
He gotta be, just ate something.
Yeah.
And he still came and ate my little tube.
Yes, sir.
He ate that. Yes, sir.
Have you ever seen that happen before?
Yep, all the time. I want to say it's a yellow perch. It's got the profile of a perch, but that, compared to what size that bass was, I mean, that's a fairly serious hunk of bait.
You're right. Yeah. Oh, I thought bass were eating small fish like minnows.
And he still hit that tube.
Yeah. I had no idea.
Yeah, he still hit the tube. It's pretty amazing.
I'm sitting here thinking they're eating minnows.
Oh no, yeah, no, that's a good 6 inches at least. Anyway.
I was totally shocked that the size of the fish.
I can remember fishing the St. John River on shad wraps, about that big, little crankbaits, and bass that were smaller than that would hit it. Hopefully the bar's got bigger fish when we get up there. Oh, what is that?
I was just gonna say.
You got a landlock.
Yeah, shoot. Oh, that's too bad. Hey, Rick, what do you know about the different species of fish in the lake here?
Yeah, from what I know about the lake, Mike, I mean, obviously we got smallmouth bass in here. You just took the landlock a second ago. We saw that bass puke up a big perch. And there's probably, like, that would probably be the main fish in here, but I would suspect also you've got the basic chubs and little sticklebacks and that type of minnow in here as well. Maybe some sucker minnows, although I've never seen a sucker in here. But I think the forage, the main base for the bass is those perch. Better?
Hey! There we go.
So just mind your fingers, there's 2 hooks there, one behind the other.
Perfect. There we go. Very good. He's off.
I thought that was big when he come up out of there.
Yeah.
He's just a baby. Boy, he ate that. Couldn't keep the earlier ones on, and this little guy just put the chompers right to it. That is a fairly serious bait.
Yeah.
For that fish.
No, that's right.
You know.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah. Holy smokes, he's thrashing around. There's 2. What do you got?
Oh, I got a monster. This is my lunker for the day.
Holy smokes.
Looks like a big chub.
Is that what you think that
It is. It's a fall. Okay, so what this is, we call them a chub, but when they're this big, they're actually not. They're it's called a fall fish, and it looks just like a chub, only way bigger.
That's a good sized fish.
Yeah, and that is a fall fish. I have no idea why it isn't just a big chub, but apparently it is a separate entity.
Yeah, that's a good sized
fish. It looks
fish.
like a big chub. The same bronze color, you know, the same features and everything on it.
Yes, sir.
That's another one.
Yep.
Now that's either a big chub or a small fall fish. Take your pick. He's more silver than the other one.
Yeah, he is.
So Mike, why don't you tell the folks a little bit about what you do for work and a little bit about 3D Datacom?
I've been working at 3D Datacom since 2004. I'm currently the president of the company. We have approximately 20 employees throughout Atlantic Canada. I've been involved in the telecommunications field for a number of years. Our company today is primarily involved in audio-visual work. We have offices throughout New Brunswick, in St. John, Fredericton, Moncton. We're in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, and St. John's, Newfoundland. We're primarily involved in audio-visual work. We do a lot of work with K-12 education, kids' classrooms, smart boards in classrooms, audio and projection systems in auditoriums, and we do a lot of work with enterprise customers regarding boardrooms, town halls, cafeterias, anywhere people want enhanced video and audio capability. I really enjoy working there.
Over the years, have you found the technology has changed very much, especially with what you do with the educational system?
The technology's changed dramatically in the last 20 years specifically. We're mainly involved in putting smart boards in classrooms. The software's advanced a lot in the last little bit, where kids are now starting to bring smartphones to school, so the technology to get kids together, collaborating and learning in groups is really paramount for the products we sell.
So you do fairly high-end audio-visual aids in different formats. Do you ever partner with any national companies?
Just recently we won a contract in Nova Scotia, and we just started working with Rogers. We're looking forward to a good partnership with them moving forward. They have great national presence in the market, and we're the leader for professional audio-visual in Atlantic Canada, so we think that will make a good partnership moving forward. Here's a wave.
So this would go back to your question, Mike, about big, deeper water, bigger fish. So
that answers the question.
Yeah, it's just almost impossible to control the boat here.
What is this? Is this another one of these fall fish?
I didn't see it. No, it's a salmon.
That's salmon, yes sir. Oh, there goes the salmon. We just reeled in a landlocked salmon. I didn't think I had a fish for a minute until it started fighting, and hauled it up in the boat, and just about to pull it in the boat, and the line broke. I think I got it caught in its teeth, so I've got to get the net in the water a little bit earlier next time.
Oh, he's got a baby bass. So we're in 31 feet of water, and we get a little bass.
I'll get a little bass.
Where are the big bass? There we go.
Here we go.
Welcome back to Backwater Casting. Well, as I mentioned, we switched boats, but we also switched lakes, which turned out to be a great idea because the fishing was fantastic. And for the second time this year, I ended up with a double on a jerkbait. Nice little smallmouth down there, you see him?
Yes, sir.
The big difference here that I see from that whole stretch is I've got grass here.
Okay, yeah. Boys, that's a good sized fish.
Little jackall squad minnow there. Yeah. Oh, he's fat too. Look at the belly on him. He says, I'm chubby. Here we go. Up you come. Boys, he only got that back hook too. I didn't get him by much.
No.
That's a little jackall squad minnow right there. Nice little jerk bait for this time of year. And they're feeding up. I mean, look at this guy.
Wow.
Just feeding right up. Big, big belly on him. Yeah. Thank you very much. Any good? Yep.
There we go. I didn't even know the fish was on there. Perfect. Yes, sir.
Well, now, so Mike, you may get traded up. You ought to get rid of your clam. How do you catch a clam on a spinnerbait?
Yes,
Say.
sir. So that guy got her twice.
Yeah, he got 2 sets, so he was.
Yeah.
He must have been hungrier than the other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even him, look, they're feeding up. I mean, that belly is quite round on that guy, and he's half the size of the other one.
Yeah.
There you go, bud.
Rick, what type of bait are you using?
I'm going to a little wee bait. It's a little crosstail shad.
Okay.
I'm going to try that. So we go with one big bait and one little bait and see which one they like the best.
Okay. How many feet of water are we in here?
We're in 30 feet here, so that's how fast that brake's coming off.
Okay.
Just walk her down. That's 2 hits I had right there.
Nice. So cast towards the shore a little bit?
Right towards the shore. There. Now we go for some bigger ones. Any luck?
Oh, yes, sir.
He's big.
He's big.
Yeah, be careful with, don't high stick that rod. Just get a hold of the line and slide him in.
There.
That's better.
Yeah, that is better. He put up a good fight. We're good.
Yeah.
So he put up a good fight.
Yeah. Still not what we're looking for, but he's a
Very
healthy
good.
one.
Very good.
Same thing though, this is the only, like we've had 3 bites here, even though this guy's a little guy, we've had 3 bites right here, so maybe there's some bigger ones around. Yeah, what did he throw up? That looks like a crayfish. He threw up a crayfish. Yeah, he threw up a crayfish sinking away there. Get him back. That's a little better.
Yes, sir.
Tail walker. So I switched back to that little squad minnow jerkbait. Made a couple of casts. Now that's not bad. It's still not what we're looking for, but I mean that's a nice healthy fish right there.
There we go.
Oh, there's another one at the back of the boat. We're doing them now. That looks okay from up here too, Mike.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Decent fish.
Yeah, decent fish for sure. Yeah, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Why'd you switch to a jerkbait?
Yeah, I switched baits for a minute just to see if something different would trigger a bite. In a tournament situation, my partner and I would not fish the same bait unless we really had something dialed in and we would both fish the same thing and try and capitalize on what the fish were doing. We haven't really figured that out yet here this morning, and we've been getting some on the drop shot, walking it down the bank. And I just thought maybe there's some cruising fish up there, and I threw that jerkbait up there to have a look, and he was there, so it was all good. Oh, good fish too. Nice fish. Jumped right in front of Mike.
Yeah, wow.
Splash. Just go vertical, Mike, right straight down. Yes, sir. So he tried to jump, and I pulled his head sideways so he couldn't get out of the water. I think I might even net him. He's big enough. Have a look.
Ooh, that's a good size one. Hey Rick, how big is that one?
It'd be about 2.5 maybe, chunky. I'll take it.
Nice.
Oh. So Mike, what we're going to do here is we're going to switch up from the drop shot, and we're going to throw jerk baits, which is a minnow bait. You've got a Jackall Squad minnow on there, and all I do with it right to start with is I get it out there, 2 for me, I let it pause for a sec, I hit it again once, and I just like that. The magic, the magic. Oh, he came on. Oh, another one. There's got to be a school of them. Throw out there right now. There had to have been more than one because I lost the first one. You got him?
Yep, I got one.
Now, mind your fingers. No, mind your fingers. The serious hooks.
Holy cow, I guess it's serious hooks.
Here's mine. So that's not bad. We're just giving Mike a little 101 on how to fish a jerkbait, and we got a pair of them. They're not big, but that's what fall smallmouth. I mean, they'll bunch up. I mean, I had one come off. I got another one right away, and then Mike hit one behind that. We're going to turn the boat around and have another look at that.
Excellent. Yeah, that guy's in there good.
Anything you're not sure of, I'll grab it.
All right, I'll do my best. See if we can get her here. Yes, sir. And I think, oh, there we go.
Reel like crazy, try to keep small and try to catch up to him. Well, the wind's kind of pushing us that way, and he's not real big, so we just water surf him in. There he is. You could do me a favor and come on pin there. Guess not, no.
Small bass.
That sounded like a smallmouth.
Yep.
It is a small, oh, nice one too.
Yep, oh, he's decent. There we go.
Goodbye. Yeah, nice smallmouth.
Yep. Very good. Very good.
God
back in the
knows
water.
where the camera went. I don't know how big he was, but man, he made one big splash when he
Yeah,
come
did
up.
he ever? It's the same thing. How weird is that?
Oh, I got 2 of them. I got 2.
Are you kidding me?
No, I got 2. I got 2 fish on there.
Holy smokes. Have you ever seen that before?
Yeah, here. I caught 2 here once before. Hand me up the net and I'll get them in here.
All right, that's crazy.
Well, there you go. Now,
Wow.
there's some prime jerkbait fishing right there.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 nice fish too.
Yeah, those are 2 nice fish.
Oh, I think that's awesome. How often do you get 2 in one shot?
Okay, Rick, good. Hold it there, Rick. Those are nice.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So I guess what I got to say about that, Mike started catching them. This is kind of weird for here, but he was catching the last 2 fish, just suspending that squad minnow over 50 feet of water, and they were coming up and hitting it. And we stopped to help them with a small cut there, and my bait was just sitting on the surface, and there was just a big whoosh on the top, and there was 2 of them on it. So Mike definitely gets an assist there, or an attaboy or something.
Why do you think you'd get 2 like that?
Well, Mike, I think the reason you get two fish on like that sometimes is they're extremely aggressive over food. If they're all feeding, then they're after whatever's in the water. And one gets it and the other one turns on and he wants to take it away from the other guy, and you end up getting them both. I'd like to get a bait with 3 sets and get 3 on it, but I've never had that happen before. But they're just extremely competitive over food, and this time of year they're starting to fatten up for fall, even though it's a bit early. So it's just food competitiveness. Welcome back to Backwater Casting. Well, in this part of the show, you're going to get to see my guest Mike Milburn catch his best ever smallmouth bass. Those fish have got to be suspended out there.
Yeah, no, I just let that one drop all the way down.
But it doesn't sink.
This guy's good.
It doesn't sink.
Well, maybe it's the stillness of it. I don't know.
Big fish too. Big
Wow.
fish. Yes, sir. Not a personal best, I don't think, but he's a good one. It's so nice to have to get the net out. Oh, look at that. Well,
That is a big bass.
I'm trying to get the net. Yes, sir. Look, oh my goodness, that is a good fish. Yes, sir.
That's the biggest bass I've ever seen.
I won't say he's the biggest I've ever seen, but he's a chunk. He's 19 inches. Oh. Again, big, chubby. So the credit all goes to Mike. Mike's the one who discovered the dead stick in the deep water, and they are just coming up and smashing it.
Hey Rick, how big is that fish?
Handy 4 pounds.
Would that be?
Yeah, handy 4. Big fish. Holy smokes.
That's a good one.
Big fish. Yes, sir.
There's my personal
There's
best.
a good one, man.
Yeah, yeah. That's the biggest.
Okay, let's get him back.
That's the biggest one I've ever caught, for sure.
That is just an old porker. I'm gonna go up front so you get a good grip on his bottom lip.
Okay.
The harder you got him, the less likely he's gonna get away on you. I'll get a picture of that one. Awesome, good fish.
Awesome.
Yeah, now the work starts. Yeah, Mike, that was probably a mid 3 pound fish because he was just so big around. I mean, he was immense through the center of his body. It was big fish.
Yeah, that was a long cast. That was a Jack All Squad minnow, 115, and it hit the lure right away and put up a good fight, and that was the biggest bass I've ever caught.
There's more than him because I got missed just before he hit it. I had one jerk the line straight out and come off. But... Okay, done? Come on. Yeah, not huge, but great fun.
Yeah. That sounds like a netter.
There's a point on that direction, Mike.
Yeah.
That point comes out across there a bit, and that's where that fish was.
Were we on the pink bait?
Yep. Net?
Yep. Yeah, I'd say that's a good one.
Yeah, he's not quite as big. No, he's not anywhere near as big as the other one. No. Somebody's had him before, too. He's got a little mark on his lip. He smacked that. He's got it right. No, it just fell off. Look at that, eh? Now, how about that for luck?
Yeah. Wow, that's a good one.
Solid.
Rick, we seem to be seeing a lot of fish today with a big girth. Is there a reason for that? Boy, that took off.
Yeah, what's going on here, Mike, is these fish the water temperature started to drop. The water here is about 4 or 5 degrees lower than it was 2 weeks ago, which surprises me really. But it kind of triggers a fall feeding spree for them because they're fairly dormant in the winter. Although they do move around a bit, they are fairly dormant in the winter. So they have to feed up to build up some energy for those long winter months under the ice, which is why so many of them that we've caught today have just had these great big fat bellies. And it's why I think that, as you pointed out to us earlier, they're taking those baits when we're not moving them, because I think they're already stuffed today and it just looks like an easy meal because it's just sitting there, so they'll come up and hit it. But I think that's why they're not super aggressive on them.